It is imperative we talk about worm infestation and its remedies. A slow and subtle killer we highly trivialize. They feed on our human body through consumed substances. They travel into our intestines, and once they reproduce and multiply, boom, we fall sick.
Alright, thank you everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching from. You're welcome once again to Plot Point Stories. This is a platform where we share life transforming stories, where we'll share not first-hand knowledge that will better the society and the world at large. And today we are going to discuss a topic that has been highly trivialized. I'm part of this WhatsApp group that trivializes this particular topic, and I believe I'll be delivered today also. So we are going to discuss worm infection and deworming. You know, it is a subject matter that is highly trivialized in the world today. And then we have a seasoned nutritionist, a businesswoman, an entrepreneur. She's also a writer who is here to enlighten us on this topic exhaustively and tell us what we need to know about deworming and worm infection.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Subscribe to our channel for...
Subscriptions are pretty important here at YouTube. So in this video, we'll teach you how to subscribe to channels. This will let you see more content from those channels you like. Before you do anything, make sure you're signed into YouTube, whether it's on your computer or mobile device. Go to any video of the channel you want to subscribe to. Click subscribe. If you want to see what you're subscribed to, make sure you're signed into YouTube.
On our platform today, we have Sarah Oluchi. We're going to have her introduce herself properly, give us an overview of what you're going to hear right about now, and then we kick off from there. So you're welcome, man. Thank you so much for gracing our platform.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Isaac. Like he said, my name is Oluchi Sarah. I'm a nutritionist by profession. Every other thing you heard from him. So today we'll be discussing about worm and majorly deworming. So, but then this worm is not only common for children, it's also common among adults as well.
Yeah, for sure.
So, and the essence of it is for us to understand for us to understand what worm is all about. And this worm is parasites. They are parasites that is in our intestine, right? And there are chunks giant of these worms in our intestine. You may not see them because they live inside the body, right? And these parasites, they feed on our body. They feed on our body system, and they refuses to go except you decide on your own to get rid of them. So it's a decision, it's an intentional decision like you will make to get rid of them. Until you decide to take that decision, it will not stop causing damages to the body system. All right? People taking being sensitive of how they prepare their food, the kind of food they eat, the environment the food is being prepared, and what they prepare this food with is very, very important. There is need that I talk about it, because most time people neglect all these things. You know, whenever they fall sick, they always target to village people, their uncles, their aunties in the village, without knowing that they are cause of their own problem. At least when you're sensitive about what you take into your system, if you fall sick, you should be able to know what went wrong, right? So, but when you're not paying attention to all those things, you wouldn't know. You always, like, whenever you see it happening, you find someone to accuse or find someone to start blaming on it, right?
What are the vital signs to know that one is suffering from worm infection? What are the vital signs? I know that we are advised to always go to the hospital, but then we live in a world where self-medication is like the norm. So what are the signs that we will see and we will say, okay, this is worm infection at work?
Okay, there are different signs, there are different symptoms to deworming.
Okay.
So one of it is abdominal pain.
Okay.
We have abdominal pain, and another one is diarrhea. We have vomiting, is also one of the signs and symptoms.
Okay.
And we have protruded stomach, like you have a lot of gas on your tummy, like a bloated tummy, a bloated stomach. Your gas will be filled up. It's not as if you're pregnant. It's not as if you just finished eating one heavy meal like that, But you notice that your tummy is just so filled, right? So one of the signs of this deworming. Then another one is worms. Another one is fatigue, and again unexplained weight loss.
Okay. So I know that there are standards. To the best of my knowledge, I know there are standards towards when and the intervals of times when you're supposed to deworm yourself. So what is the standard? What is your advice? And then what are those if there are traditional ways of curing it or the normal way of going to the hospital? What is your advice?
Okay, just like I said before, it's not only for children, adult inclusive, but majorly our attention is focused on children and as well adults. Yeah.
Okay.
So for children, normally we advise that you do exclusive breastfeeding for them for their first 6 months, right?
Okay.
So after 6 months, if you can actually breastfeed them for 1 year, that's excellent. But if you cannot, 6 months exclusive is okay.
Okay.
It's okay. So after the 6 months, you now introduce complementary feeding. So at least you give it like 1 year before you introduce deworming to them, right?
Okay.
So but for adults, at least 4 months interval for adults.
Okay, 4 months.
Yes, 4 months interval. Deworm yourself.
Okay. So now in our society, like I said earlier, this is a subject matter that is highly trivialized. People take it for granted. Like I said, I'm guilty of this matter. So are there agencies or bodies that are really taking their awareness seriously in order to sensitize people on worm infection and then the treatment of the worm?
I believe there are agencies that their focus is towards eliminating this, but it's something you cannot eliminate entirely because in this part of the world, Africa precisely, yeah, you can always sensitize people, educate people, but then they will still decide on what they want to do, right? we talk about this, yes, we talk about this both at the hospitals, UNICEF, we talk about it, every health firms do talk about it from at least once in a while, right? And I'm sure there is also a program for this as well. But the thing is that no matter how we talk about it, we try to sensitize people about it, they will not do exactly what you ask them to do, except that one you decide to do, right? It's just like the case of exclusive breastfeeding. We have different cases, yes, we've entertained in the hospital, where you would tell a breastfeeding mother, this is what you're supposed to do. At least if you cannot do breastfeeding for 1 year, do 6 months for your child. They'll be like, she cannot survive, the baby cannot survive, this and that. I said, no, this baby needs this thing more than you do. They need this breast. They say, that this baby needs heavy food. There was this case of a mother. She said, I just asked her, what are you feeding the baby with? She said, this one, she eats fufu. I said, fufu? in 3 months. Yes, that she eats fufu, that she eats everything. And she was, if you see it in her face, like her baby eats fufu in 3 months. I thought, no, this baby stomach and your own is not the same thing. What she can take is not the same thing with what you can take. She's like, but she's not complaining. Does she have to complain before you stop? And you, this baby, they are not talking. They're not talking. And the only time you see them expressing themselves is when this thing has become too much on them. That's when you see them, maybe some of them will fall sick, some will start crying. Okay, do you have to wait until that time? You know? So those are the things. But then it still doesn't stop us from sensitizing people, you know, talking about the essence of the woman and all of that.
Basically, everybody has natural warmth. But then, are there foods to take? Are there things that can really cause worm infection?
Yes, just like I said, and you had to mention as well, they are natural worms, but those are the protective ones. And there are also the destructive ones, which are the hookworm, the roundworms, the fruits, and the rest of it. You know, they are parasites. You know, they just feed on your body, and when they feed on, you know what it means when someone is feeding on your body. You know, just eating you up gradually, destroying your body system, right? So there are food sources to this parasites. Like there are food sources that incite them, and one of it is uncooked pork, uncooked meat. So that's one of it, one of the food sources of this.
Uncooked.
Yes, uncooked.
This I mentioned is rampant in Asian countries like China. You see them eating raw meat, raw seafood.
Yeah, we see a lot, we hear a lot, but prevention, right, they say is very cure. So another one there is the uncooked seafood. Uncooked seafood. So at least we should, and again, uncooked or half done, the one we call half done food or half done vegetable. Because there are food that you're supposed to expose to much heat and a lower heat. You know, apart from the uncooked seafood as well, we also we have the half done, like the one we call half done food. You know, some people will say, make it half done for me. I want it half done. I prefer it half done. You know, half done, you're cooking your life, like you're gradually cooking your life. You know, and then before you know it, you have a half done life. You will not achieve or fulfill potentials because you want this food half done. You know, so that's just the thing. Our system is very, very precious. Our body is very, very precious. So we need to protect everything in us.
One might always think that they're having malaria, meanwhile they are having worm infection. So what's your advice on this? And then how can we find it? For those that want to get clarity or seek more advice from you. Okay, like I said, maybe I don't think I mentioned loss of appetite, because those are still one of the signs and symptoms there. You know, but then on a general note, you have to make sure that you deworm yourself at the time you're supposed to. All right, so that if there's any changes you notice in your body, you have to check yourself back. Have I, like I said, 4 months? If you've dewormed yourself for like the past 4 months, then you should go to the hospital to do the proper health check. Go to the hospital to do the proper health check. Then if at least from there they can now push it forward to telling you how to go about it. I mean, your health condition, if there is any one. You know, I don't advise self-medication, but we cannot wholly call this one self-medication. I mean deworming, because this is what you're supposed to do. It's just like a case of a doctor telling you that you should go to the hospital, check yourself after some time, you know, or dentition is telling you to change your brush after 3 months, you know. So those are just still the same cases in this aspect of deworming. You have to deworm yourself after 4 months.
and we're done, when you've done all those things and you still see some of those signs, some of these signs I've mentioned here, then you have to go to the hospital. So don't always target every of these signs to be the one. Maybe you've not dewormed yourself. No, don't always target. Go to the hospital for proper check.
Okay, so
I'm also on social media, and although we don't talk majorly on nutrition talks, like the page is not wholly on the nutrition talk, but you can always chat me up. You can always send in your DMs. I will attend to every question you want to know. We are in Facebook as Sarah's Corner, so you can engage us there and then try to find more about us or know more about us. Thank you very much. Please go to the pharmacist and request for deworming tablets. Don't just make your decision like self-medication. No, go to the pharmacist. Let them know the one you are that is suiting to your body system, because I might be in synergy with a particular deworming tablet and you'll be in antagonistic with it. So you never can tell. So it's best you go to the hospital. You go to the pharmacy, so they will tell you or give you the right deworming tablet. And if you want to go in natural way, like in my profession, we don't do drugs, we do food. So we use fruits, vegetable, and the normal food we eat to manage health. That's where in severe cases where you will have to go for further directives, right? So in this, it does. And when I talk about the natural way, one of the ways you can use to manage this deworming or to deworm yourself is by the use of scent leaf. Scent leaf, I mean in Trang in Igbo. Scent leaf, you squeeze out the water. Sorry about that. You squeeze out the water from the scent leaf, heat it up a bit, allow it to cool, then you take from it. All right. Another one is bitter leaf. Yeah, bitter leaf. You can get bitter leaf as much as you can. Then squeeze out squeeze out the water from it, and then heat it up same way, same procedure. Heat it up, allow it to cool, then you take some from it. You can join this together. I mean the scent leaf and the bitter leaf, you can combine it together. Yeah. Still the same process. Squeeze out the water, heat it up, allow it to cool, then you take some from it for 7 days. But for the tablets, for the deworming tablets, it's mostly 3 days. First day, second day, and the third. But for this natural means, you can take it for 7 days. It helps a lot.
All right, thank you so much for that. We are really grateful, and thank you so much for your time. So kindly subscribe to this channel, follow our pages, and then so that you can always get more from us. We have a lot of content coming our way, and it won't be nice if you miss any of it. Thank you so much, Oluchi Sarah. We are delighted to have you. And you, our viewers and our returning subscribers, you are the real MVP. Thank you so much. Until we come your way next time, bye.